Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to another review. So today, all the Bohrok I ordered finally got here. Well, not finally, they actually got here really early. So today we're going to be doing another review on the Bohrok, some of my favorite Bionicle sets ever. These guys are absolutely awesome. And yeah, these are some really cool sets we got. And yeah, all these are pretty much complete except one thing is wrong with one of them. So yeah, I'm surprised. So to find all of these for a decent price. So yeah, let me go ahead and take a look at these, starting with the instructions. So we're just gonna take a look at the instructions for Bohrok here. So at the front, they had like the big Bionicle logo and just a picture of the Bohrok, and then all these, it showed a picture of the Bohrok popping out of its cocoon, and then just some nice pre-rendered images, you know. So it'd show how to put it into a ball and all that. And then it'd show how you could store it in the canister. How you were supposed to take the back of the back sticker off specifically, but whoever was the previous owner of Bohrok apparently didn't know that. Unfortunately, not that big of a deal though. And there was instructions for the combiner models. I gotta say, those combiner models kinda sucked. That looks pretty bad, in my opinion at least. I can see what they were going with for those. I'm pretty sure they were supposed to be like a Bohrok version of the Toa Keita. There'd be a bunch of like art in the back of the instruction manuals too, which is really cool. Like a little comic sorta. I think this is only a Bohrok though. And then it'd show like another little comic thing, which is really cool. They don't really do that anymore. Then it would show all the breeds of Bohrok and all the breeds of Krana you could get with them. And it would show how you could put Krana on like a mask. So yeah, the instructions, yeah, I don't know why I go over the instructions, but I do. Next thing, we'll take a look at the canister. Let's first take a look at the back, I guess, using Bohrok. So it showed just like some nice image of the Bohrok right there. Showed the Krana putting it into a ball, showing it inside the canister. It'd say Bionicle right there, but something really cool, it would replace the O with whichever Bohrok you got, whichever one of its shields. And I always thought that was a really cool thing. And we'll take a look at the front here, Flavox. So it'd have a picture of the Bohrok, you know. I actually like Flavox quite a lot. It looks like he's jumping, I guess. Yeah, its weapon and its name up there. Just all the basic information. So yeah, enough with canister junk. Take a look at the actual sets. So let's move these guys on the way. Take a look at these one at a time, but we'll take a look at the basic features with the Bohrok. So here we have Bohrok, which is the like basic fire Bohrok here. So he's in his like little ball form right now, which I'll demonstrate how to put it into that later. This was something brand new at the time. There weren't any like action figures period that would do this at the time, and I always thought it was a really cool function. Oh, unfortunately, when you're doing this, you can't use any of the other functions that these guys have. And there's my cat. Yeah, as you can see, the color scheme is actually really solid. It's mainly red, it has orange limbs and blue eyes. I think it looks really good. Let's go ahead and unfold it here. And I finally found a way to able to use both my hands on recording, which is good. So here he is out of his ball form. And I gotta say, these guys These guys look really cool. I once heard a thing that said, you buy one, you buy them all, instead of you wake one, you wake them all, which is like these guys' slogan. And that is true. Even though they are practically all the same set, with like different shields and different colors, they're still awesome, all of them are. And I'd say if you're gonna buy one of these guys, you should probably buy the rest of them. Let's take a look at the basic features. So, the majority of the parts on these guys are actually brand new. New feet, new limbs, new weapons, a new headpiece. Just like, there were only a few reused parts. And he's got like a total amount of hands and a bunch of Technic parts. The main gimmick with these guys in the lore was Krana, so Bohrok themselves were like a little suit practically for this thing. It's a Krana, which is practically the brain of the machine. So these things were controlled by the hive mind of the Bohrok Queens, which I don't have, but hope to get sometime. And they basically control the Bohrok, cause them to move, and everything. So we'll take a look at the functions now. The most prominent one here is this lever and a rubber band on the back of this guy. All of them, actually. Press down on it. It would extend its head forward. And I always thought that was just the coolest thing. Really cool function. Another thing, if you open up the head, see the eyes there, you can kind of wobble them around. If you press down on the eyes, you send the Krana flying, which does not work very well. And then the last feature, it's heavily advertised, is how you could roll them into a ball, which I always thought was really cool. So, like I said, you can roll them into a ball. And there's another thing you could do, actually, which I'll demonstrate when we get to Lavok, because he's the only one I have which has a canister that can do that. So yeah, that is practically the function. Everything there is to know. And one more thing, something that gave these guys some good individuality here, if I unfold it here, was their shields. Each one of these had a shield. Tarnoks make a lot of sense for what they are. And like fire, basically. These pincers, like fire coming out of them, and I think it looks really cool. So there's Tarnok, which is probably my favorite out of all these guys, purely because he's just like a fire one. So yeah, there he is. Who are we gonna take a look at next? We'll save Lavok for last so we can show up the function. Take a look at Nuvok. So yeah, Tarnok and Nuvok were the first ones I got. Probably because they were the ones I found offers for first. So yeah, here's Nuvok. He's practically just a recolor of Tarnok. And he has different weapons. Take a look at his, so his main color scheme here is black, gray, and a little bit of like yellowish green. So here's his Krana. It's like a lime green. And yeah, he's probably not my favorite out of the Bohrok, but I do like him. I don't actually have his canister. I don't have his canister or Korok's canister. And then his shields here look really cool, actually. They might be my favorite. They're like these little pistons or jackhammers. I don't know what they are supposed to be. They work really well for the element of Earth, though, and I like them quite a lot. So there's Nuvok. Next up, we'll look at Galok. So, I actually really like this one a lot more than I thought I would. I don't know what it is, just the color scheme of blue and orange just really works for me. I like it a lot. Well, blue, light blue, and orange, that is. So let's unfold him here. See, like I said, his color scheme is blue, light blue, and orange. His feet, shields, head, and body being blue, limbs being light blue, and eyes and Krana being orange. Speaking of his Krana, here that is. So yeah, the Krana on each of these guys was different, by the way. Like I might not have gotten this kind of Krana with him. I might have gotten like this kind, maybe, that Tarnok had. it was completely randomized as far as I'm concerned. So his shields are these like little flipper things, fins, you could say. I don't exactly know what they're supposed to be, but they do work for the water element. Maybe something to help him like swim, I guess, because these guys will be invading Gakuro. Yeah. Next up here we got Bohrok. Probably another one of my favorites here, even though he has probably the most bland colors. He does look pretty good. And unfortunately, I am missing one of his teeth. When I said most of these guys were 100% complete, I didn't mean most of them. I'm pretty sure I have another tooth laying around in a box somewhere. I'll have to look for that, so I can complete all these guys. But he looks okay for the most part. And plus, the gray is part of his color scheme anyway, so it doesn't, like, detract from the look of him very much. But yeah, so he's the Ice Bohrok. He's got a white, light gray, and a little bit of light blue. His shields here I actually like quite a lot. There's little, like, saw blades, which work for ice, I guess. And here's Krona. I actually really like that color for the Krona. It looks like really alien-like. It's cool. So here, got Bohrok, was probably my second favorite out of all these after Tarnok. Yeah, he's really cool too. Plus, since they don't make brown sets anymore, that just adds to the value of this guy. And funnily enough, he was the cheapest one of these I could get, even though brown is like a really hard color to find. So as I said, his color scheme consists of brown for his feet, shields, and body, with tan for the limbs, and surprisingly, dark green for the eyes and the Krona, which is not what I expected, but it does look good, definitely. Oh crap. Sorry about that. As I was saying, his shields, I don't exactly know what they're supposed to be, like, hammer things, maybe? I don't know, but they look cool, they work. Then it's Krona here. Here's that. And now, for Laylock, what I say for last, I can show off another function with these guys. As Laylock is the only one I have whose function actually works. He's the only one who has that piece that is not, like, broken or just, like, missing. So, his shields I do not like very much. He's supposed to be of the air element, because he's green, obviously. But he has, like, these pincer things. I heard somewhere that they release acid, but I don't exactly get how. I always saw them more as, like, pincers to, like, trim down trees and stuff. But something really bad, though, if you roll him into a ball, he doesn't look symmetrical like all the others. He just has, like, it just looks awkward. I don't have OCD or anything. Like, it just looks awkward. But, nonetheless, he's still a great set, and just as worth buying as the others. So, this is Krona. It's red. Now I'm going to show off the function that involves the canister. So the canister here, if I open the lid of it, so open the lid of it, and if we look at the lid, it actually has this little connector piece right here. So what you do, you'd fold him into a ball here. So you roll them into a ball, then you look at the underside of these guys, like a square. So what you do, you'd attach the little square right there to this piece on the top, which I'll do right now. So you attach it to that. Pick this up. Then you just screw the lid back on, which I'll do. And so right now it looks like Laylock's just in the canister and you can't see him, but if you turn it around and you take a sticker off, you can see him like nesting in there, which I always thought was so cool. Like, I love this function, it's awesome. But overall, the Bohrok here are some really awesome sets. I'm glad I got to get these. They were absolutely awesome. Some of my favorite Bionicle sets ever. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you even watched up to this point, which you probably didn't. Regardless, thanks anyway. And yeah, that's about it.